Şeyi açmasın.
Şuraya bir.
İstiyorsanız bunu açmazsanız ama bizimkiler şey ister. Konuşun hocam.
Merhaba.
Bir saniye hocam. Bir daha.
Merhaba.
Tamam geliyoruz.
Good evening.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Hello, good
Hello.
evening.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, Maria.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Very well.
Okay.
And you?
Fine, thank you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you. Thank
Also,
you for the
me.
pleasure to be in Ankara this night.
Şu an açık hocam. Testi konuşursunuz siz. Bitkin anlatımda.
Dear honored advisors, distinguished guests, and our professors. It is my pleasure to welcome you all this important meeting on behalf of Ankara University. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Kaan. I'm a professor of Facial Radiology and also Deputy President, Deputy Rectorate for Research and R&D. We deeply appreciate your time and commitment to be part of this session today. Our goal is to strengthen our collaboration with you, our esteemed external advisors, and seek your expertise in shaping the future direction of our university. Ankara University, founded in 1946, which is dedicated to excellence in education and research. With our extensive faculties and research institutes, we are proud to contribute to science, innovation, and the development of solutions to address global challenges. Yet, we know our achievements are greatly enhanced through the guidance and support of external experts like yourself. Your insights today will be crucial as we discuss how Ankara University can further advance its research capabilities, strengthen international partnerships, and prepare for future challenges. Before we continue, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge a great loss. We have recently learned of the passing of Dr. Gordon Cook, a respected environment biologist who made significant contribution to his field. He was one of our external advisors as well. Dr. Cook was a source of inspiration for many through his groundbreaking research and his mentorship of future generations of scientists. And his legacy will live on through his work and the many lives he touched. Again, on behalf of Ankara University, I expand our deepest condolences to his family. Having said this message, I would like to give word to our President, Professor Necdet, ÜNÜVAR, for the opening speech.
Thank you. Dear advisors, esteemed participants, I will speak Turkish, but Ebru Hanım will translate to English. Saygıdeğer uluslararası danışmanlarımız, değerli katılımcılar, hepinizi saygıyla selamlıyorum. Ankara Üniversitesi adına hayırlı akşamlar diliyorum. Sizlere hayırlı günler diliyorum. Bu önemli toplantıya katılımınızdan dolayı çok teşekkür ediyorum. 1946 yılında Türkiye'nin ilk yüksek eğitim kurumu olarak kurulan üniversitemiz, bugün Türkiye'nin en prestijli üniversiteden biri olmanın yanı sıra dünya genelinde bilime ve eğitime sunduğu katkılarla tanınmaktadır.
Dear external advisors, esteemed participants, on behalf of Ankara University, I would like to extend my heartfelt greetings and express my gratitude for your participation in this important meeting. Founded in 1946 as Turkey's first higher education institution, Ankara University has since become one of the most prestigious universities in the country, renowned globally for its contributions to science and education.
Ankara Üniversitesi olarak hem ulusal hem de uluslararası alanda öncü bir konumda bulunmak, araştırmalarımızı ve eğitim kalitemizi sürekli olarak geliştirmek temel hedeflerimizdendir. Üniversitemizde 19 fakülte, 14 meslek yüksekokulu, 16 enstitü ve 49 araştırma merkezi ile eğitim ve araştırmalarımızı sürdürüyoruz. Özellikle sağlık bilimleri, fen bilimleri, sosyal bilimler ve mühendislik alanlarında yürüttüğümüz projelerle küresel inovasyonlara katkı sağlamayı amaçlıyoruz.
At Ankara University, our primary goals are to lead in both national and international arenas, continuously enhancing our research and educational quality. With 19 faculties, 14 vocational schools, 16 institutes, and over 49 research centers, we are committed to excelling in fields such as health sciences, natural sciences, social sciences, and engineering. Our efforts are directed towards contributing to global innovations and fostering groundbreaking research.
Bugünkü toplantımızın da ana hedefi siz değerli danışmanlarımızın tecrübeleri ve bakış açıları doğrultusunda Ankara Üniversitesi'nin araştırma odaklı vizyonunu daha ileri taşımak, uluslararası işbirliklerimizi güçlendirmek ve küresel standartlara uyum sağlamak için stratejik adımları belirlemektir. Ankara Üniversitesi'nin misyonu, çağdaş bilimsel yaklaşımları topluma kazandıran, uluslararası ölçekte araştırmalara imza atan bir kurum olarak ilerlemektir.
The objective of today's meeting is to further refine Ankara University's research-driven vision by benefiting from your valuable expertise and perspectives. We aim to strengthen our international collaborations and align our strategies with global standards. The mission of Ankara University is to advance contemporary scientific approaches and make significant contributions to society. While our vision is to maintain our leadership in science and develop projects that will benefit humanity.
Vizyonumuz ise bilimde liderlik rolünü sürdürerek insanlığa katkıda bulunacak projeler geliştirmektir. Bu toplantının üniversitemizin gelecekteki başarılarına katkı sağlayacak önemli fikirlerin ortaya çıkmasına vesile olacağını düşünüyorum. Katılımınız, danışmanlık teklifimizi kabulünüz ve desteğiniz için teşekkür ediyor. Verimli bir toplantı dileklerimle hepinizi ayrı ayrı saygıyla, muhabbetle selamlıyorum.
I believe that the insights shared during this meeting will contribute to the future successes of our university. Thank you once again for your participation and support, and I wish you all a productive and fruitful meeting.
Çok teşekkür ediyorum.
Thank you very much.
Sayın Doktor Hocam çok teşekkür ederim. Thank you very much. Now I would like to switch to our external advisors meeting program. And then we are just going to follow the program. First of all, we would like to present general introduction to the university and our academic programs, and as well as the university's mission, vision, and international collaborations. And then we're just going to inform you about our university's research activities. And after these presentations, we would like to give word to you. As we have already sent you these two questions, we would like to get your opinions about these questions, which one of them is In this area, which areas need to be further strengthened, enhance international collaboration, and contribute to global innovation for research-funded universities? And the second question would be, what strategic steps should be taken to develop our research infrastructure and help us align more with global standards? And then after we will conclude, and I would like to give word to the meeting group, to our esteemed professors of Ankara University, and then we're just going to conclude our meeting. Having said that, I'd like to start with our presentation, general introduction of our university. Ankara University is the first university of the Republic which was established in June 13, 1946. With its pioneering and esteemed faculty members, along with the distinguished students they have educated. Ankara University holds a significant place among the higher education institutes in our country. We have more than 4,000 academicians, more than 80,000 students, 19 faculties, 60 institutions, 14 vocational schools, 1 state conservatory, 1 school of foreign language, and we have 49 research centers. You can see our academic units from here. In the faculties, we have a wide range of faculties, from Faculty of Distance Education to Faculty of Agriculture. We have, as I mentioned, 14 vocational schools, and these vocational schools, the topics, the subjects is also a wide variety. And it's technical topics, from technical topics all the way from the health topics. It's a wide variety of topics that we have on our vocational schools. We have also 16 institutes, starting from French Medical Institute, and we have also need to develop Artificial Intelligence Institute, which is going to be held within a couple of months. As I mentioned, we have 1 faculty of language school and 1 state conservatory in our university as well. In total, as the academic structure, we have 67 associate programs, 410 master's programs, 241 PhDs, and we have more than 100 bachelor programs, double major, and also we have subspecialty programs as well. We are proud that we have 4 different hospitals. We have 2 hospital research and training hospitals in the Faculty of Medicine. We have 1 dentistry faculty hospital, and also veterinary faculty animal hospital. For the student opportunities, the students using information technologies at the highest level and the education in line with the predictions for the future. We are also started to train our students in terms of different artificial intelligence topics, and we are proud that we are the first NFT training program. We have the first NFT training program in Turkey, and as well as the research and development infrastructure. In order to achieve this, we are also following our students in terms of academic studies, scientific studies. We are providing them publication books and reports in international respected scientific journals as well. And we have 257 student organizations. For the libraries, Ankara University has a rich collection of books and publications, parallel with the number of scientific branches. Actually, we have rare works, electronic and traditional as well. And the students enjoy and use these library opportunities 24/7. In Ankara University, we have more than 100 databases and also 46 e-journals and many e-books as well. And we have rare artifacts, more than 10,000, 7,000 manuscripts that is served for the researchers as well. As a brief, in general, by and large, the paper and the references that we have so far, as you can see, the publications and the cited publications in our university, which our researchers have done so far. We have also different facilities for our students as well. For example, the dormitories, we have 8 dormitories, 5 female and 3 male dormitories that our students using. Ankara University is also well-established educational institutions that give importance to international connections as well. Right now, we have more than 4,000 international students from more than 100 countries as well. And there are 24 different language programs at undergraduate, graduate, and PhD level. And more than 70 international faculty members work at Ankara University. As you can see, the last number of our students, studies going abroad, students coming from abroad, and international protocols. Especially, we have 216 international protocols with different universities and institutions. We also obtained accreditation certificate of the Higher Education Quality Board in Turkey, and Ankara University also holds the ISO 9001 Quality Management Certificate. We are one of the research universities of Turkey. Actually, in total, there are 23 research universities, and Ankara University is one of them. There are several projects, large projects that is ongoing related with the European Union, as well as different funding. One of them is Agrogenomics Hub project, which is implemented within the scope of Competitive Sectors Program, management by Ministry of Industry and Technology. In this project, we are concerning more animal and plant genomic research and innovation, which we established this center. We have also Ankara Hub that was established within the mission to increase Turkey's capability for research and development in health industry. In this hub, we are developing not just on the diagnosis, but also treatment protocols for the cancer, mainly cancer research. We have also Neurotechnology Excellence Joint Application and Research Center, which is much more concerned about engineering, robotics, artificial intelligence education, basic and social sciences. Not just only one university, but we are also in collaboration with Gazi and also Middle East Technical University. So we are running this up altogether with 3 universities. We are proud that we have also application and research center for rare diseases that was established in our university for clinical research about rare diseases, including more than 6,000 diseases all over the world. And we are performing multidisciplinary monitoring and approach of the patient's diagnosis and treatment as well. And we have also Center of Excellence in Health that is much more conducting stem cell practices, the scientific research or cellular treatments, vaccine, gene therapy, cell, and texture banking as well. And we are also recently established an interventional MRI Clinical Research and Development Institute for the treatment and the diagnosis for the minimal invasive methods. The Research Center for Organ Transplantation and the Storage, also in another unit that we are very proud to have. We are performing clinical application related to organ transplantation and the storage as well. Not just only the health sciences, but we have also social sciences. We have a very strong social sciences faculties and the departments. Along with this, National Research Center for Nautical Law at Ankara University is one of the two national centers together with the Turkish Accelerator and the Radiation Laboratory. Turkey is a country, as you know, surrounded by the sea. In order to establish political decisions, we performed and we established this research center as well. Another laboratory that we established is the Turkish Accelerator and Radiation Laboratory, with the 14 partner universities and 156 researchers. That is Turkey's first research radiation source center-based electron accelerator. Tarla, in short, also working with the SESAME, which was established in Jordan, in cooperation with TEMMAC. In the project that is kicked off in 2023, the production of the line is planned to be completed by autumn, and we are also setting up the SESAME by the end of this year. We also have close collaboration in terms of social sciences and also artificial intelligence as well. For example, we are opening departments in accordance with the need of our age. In this sense, artificial intelligence and information law are some more important departments that we have opened. We opened also cybersecurity vocational school, which is in the scope of the protocol of cooperation signed between the Higher Education Council and the Digital Transformation Office and the Presidency of Turkish Republic, was opened by our university as well, which is offering cybersecurity analysis and the operating. The Geology Research and the Application Center is a laboratory equipped with the latest technology devices. That is, studies are being conducted about geology, geophysics, mining, soil and environment. Within the project put into the practice in cooperation between the Ankara University and Azerbaijan Institution of Mandatory Health Insurance, we performed hospital management training to the Azerbaijan hospital managers by the Department of Health Management in the Faculty of Health Sciences. We are also running projects in Africa as well. There is an important project which is called Mother and Infant Health Protection Project in Gambia. The academic members of the Faculty of Medicine performed practices in Gambia during 5th and 9th February this year to increase the awareness of the mother and infant health, as well as we keep continue on projects with the support of Turkish Cooperation and Coordination Agency. We are also training Tanzanian doctors in terms of bone marrow transplant and also dentistry as well. At Ankara University, we continue to share the knowledge and expertise to Africa and also Turkic world as well. We are also proud with our TÖMER, which in short, Turkish teaching Turkish to foreigners courses, and not just only the Turkish, but also we are providing wide variety of languages to our members and to our students as well. We have more than 60 countries, 200 universities, and 600 national international protocols in Ankara University. As you can see from the slide, we are also in the high in terms of different rankings. Right now, Ankara University are ranked in 11 different ranking institutions. And as you can see, we are inside the highest 1,000 universities. And we are very proud that the rankings of Ankara University, together with the collaboration of different universities and with the help of our external reviewers and advisors, it will be raised more than we are expecting. We have also Technopole, which much more concerned in the field of life sciences, medicine, pharmacy, agriculture, and veterinary sciences as well. And there are like more than 700 R&D personnel and also 300 projects already being done. We have more than 300,000 graduates so far, and we are proud of our graduates from Ankara University. And Ankara University, as I mentioned, the first university in the Republic of Turkey. We have social facilities as well. We have summer hotel. We have also a ski resort and a small ski resort for our students. We would like to also inform you that hopefully the next meetings will be held in Didim in Turkey, in the western coast of Turkey, which we would like to host you in our summer hotel in order to make another advisory meeting in this hotel in planning in next year. Thank you very much for your time, and here is the general introduction to our university. Right now, I would like to give word to our project office coordinator, Ms. Özge Nur Toprak. She's just going to present you the information on the university's research activities.
Esteemed board members, my name is Özge Nur Toprak, and I am the coordinator of the Research Project Support Office. Today, I will present the structure of research units at Ankara University and highlight some of our key research activities. First, I would like to discuss the cyclical research approach adopted by our university. The research processes are coordinated by the Office of the Dean of Research, with the roles of all academic and administrative units clearly defined. This approach ensures that workflows are well structured, creating more efficient working environments for researchers. The establishment of such a system entails the effective implementation of research activities. Managing research systematically in this way allows for more efficient process. With the coordination provided by the Dean's Office, resource strategies are better managed and ensuring optimal outcomes. Of course, we collaborate with many national and international stakeholders. TÜBİTAK, it means Scientific and Technological Research Council of Turkey, development agencies, ministries, technoparks, the private sector, and other universities are among our key partners. We categorize our funding resources into two main groups, national funds and international funds. Project ideas are directed based on the appropriate type of funding. When a researcher says, I have an idea, it is routed to the relevant office. For example, if the idea involves industrial project, it is referred to Technology Transfer Office, TTO. For academic research and funding, it goes to the Research Project Support Office. And for participation in mobility programs, it is directed to the Erasmus Office. This ensures that all project stages are managed seamlessly from start to finish. The Office of the Dean of Research is relatively new structures in Turkish universities. Its goal is to bring all research activities under one roof to manage them efficiently. At Ankara University, 1 dean and 3 vice deans actively manage research activities. Additionally, the Research Project Support Office, which I coordinate, offers support to academic staff through all phases of the project life cycle. The TTO, Technology Transfer Office, acts as a bridge between academia and industry, guiding researchers and integrating their ideas to industry, managing intellectual property rights, and supporting the commercialization process. The TTO includes 1 coordinator, 3 VARS coordinators, and 8 experts. Meanwhile, internal projects are supported by the Scientific Research Coordination Unit, where administrative specialists assisting managing these initiatives. All research units' workflow diagrams are published on the Dean's Office websites and shared within internal and external stakeholders. Task distribution between the TTO and Research Projects Office ensures that academic projects are managed by the Research Projects Office, while industry-oriented projects are handled by the TTO. Ankara University holds the Research University status, granted by the Turkish Higher Education Council. In 2022, we ranked 13th research performance, and 2023, we advanced the 9th place. This improvement reflects the collaborative efforts of all our units. Certainly, we have many more activities aimed at promoting research, but I would like to focus on the initiatives we have developed, specifically our universities. To make research infrastructure accessible to all academics, we have launched the Virtual Center Laboratory. Through this platform, all equipment and devices can be viewed and reserved through a booking system, ensuring uninterrupted research. The Dean's Office evaluates the performance of each academic unit by analyzing key metrics such as publications, projects, and citation counts. These evaluations help in developing strategic research plans for each unit, reinforcing the importance of coordinated research activities to achieve optimal results. To enhance academic writing skills, we organize a scientific writing camp, encouraging researchers to work closely with mentors. By the end of the camp, participants submitted their articles to academic journals. The Find My Project Partner platform connects researchers with potential collaborators based on their areas of expertise and project needs. Additionally, Ankara University's membership in the Crowd-Helix network allows academics to find partners for international projects quickly. As an academic platform, Crowd-Helix also offers researchers opportunities to participate in existing projects. The TTO Project Outreach Program involved visiting vocational schools to inform students about TÜBİTAK Students Project and Entrepreneurship Support Program, fostering engagement with the research and innovation ecosystem. For newly appointed academics, the Baştan Kara training program introduced them to the university research needs and research infrastructure. During the orientation week, the TTO also provides guidance to help students take their first steps into the research ecosystem. Finally, we offer article editing and language revision support to all academic staff. In the past year, we have edited 126 articles, 62 of which were published in high-impact journals. These revisions ensure that articles are well prepared for submissions, expecting for the publication process. In this presentation, I have provided an overview of Ankara University's research ecosystem and activities. I want to emphasize once again how important collaboration and teamwork for achieving research success. Thank you for your attention.
We cannot hear the speaker. He's muted.
Kaan hocam sesiniz kapalı. Duyamıyoruz.
Once again, thank you very much for your nice presentation. Now, I would like to give word to our external advisors in order to share their opinions within the framework of the questions that we have already sent to you. And if you raise your hand from the Zoom, we would like to give word to you, and we would like to ask your opinions. Again, these two questions for our university, and your opinions are really important for us, and we are just going to make our strategic plans along with your opinions. So as I mentioned, please raise your hand. So I would like to give the word to you from the Zoom meeting. Professor Ashkar Zaidi.
Thank you very much. Can you confirm whether you can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Perfect.
Okay. Thank you for a very pleasant presentation, and it's very impressive record of your research work at University of Ankara. There's very little to add, but of course you are putting lots of emphasis on internationalization as well as collaboration. What I would also like to emphasize that the collaboration should be interdisciplinary, and the collaboration should be of the sort which could provide practical solutions for real-world problems in Turkey and in addressing global challenges. What I would like to know more about, if possible, is how you interact with your local industry and to what extent that kind of research could actually lead to patent registration and commercialization. I would also like to know more. I'm sure you have been doing this, whether you engage international faculty, because that's also would bring in lots of good practices in this respect. So I congratulate you for all the good work you have done, and please provide some more information if possible. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Professor. Actually, I would like to add an information as well to our external advisors. Right now, the Republic of Turkey and the Turkish Higher Education Council already released another regulation for the external advisors. Right now, we can assign our external advisors in line with the regulation. So you can also join us as external advisor in our university, and also you can do the lecture, and you can be project coordinator as well, and also PhD advisor as well, co-advisor as well. So the Turkish Higher Education Council released this statement, and soon we're just going to inform you, and we are just going to touch you about if you would like to become our affiliated external advisor, so we can proceed, and also we will be very happy and honored if we can use, along with this regulation, our affiliation as well. But we're just going to send you more information about this in the upcoming month. And let's jump to Dr. Arben, Professor Arben.
Hello. First of all, thank you very much for inviting me to be part of this board, and thank you very much for the presentation. So it's really a pleasure to hear about the university, what you have achieved and how it works, with a lot of achievements that you already mentioned. So I have been collaborating indeed with this university since several years. I have had the occasion to have great collaborators, Professor Sibel Oskan and her collaborators, researchers, students, have shown to be really great colleagues and friends. And this is why probably I am here, because I have had the opportunity to know these researchers of your university, their scientific level, and have collaborated with them with several projects and publications together. So hearing to the report and the achievements, it's nice to hear about the new research centers you have already. You are also building a research center on artificial intelligence. I would like to probably propose that it's very, very important to give also priority to, in general, to advanced technologies. And in this context, nanotechnology is really very, very interesting, because it's interesting because it's very transversal technology with a lot of applications and collaboration opportunities that are key point for a university like yours, because nanotechnology includes application areas from health, environment, and monitoring, safety and security, and a lot of industrial applications with a lot of synergies and areas that goes from chemistry, biology, electronics, informatics, with a lot of need for artificial intelligence and more. So I think this is very, very important. And of course, nowadays there is an important trend on quantum technologies. And I think that you have a great expertise in areas related to this, physics, material science. And this is very important, because nowadays, to be competitive and to be involved in European programs, is very important to enter also in advanced technologies with new project, collaborative projects. And here I would like to go to the possibility to increase probably the collaboration with EU programs. I heard from the report that Ankara University is doing great, and it is like that you have a lot of internationalization programs with 4,000 students you mentioned. I don't know in this number of students you are including also postdoctoral students, and this is very, very important, because to increase the research capability is very important also the postdoctoral program. So and in this context, it's very important to be involved in programs offered by EU, European Commission, for countries where Turkey is included. For example, teaming program, twinning program, widening programs, in which the possibility exists to build very strong connection with advanced universities, research centers in Europe. These programs are really very, very good programs, and allow Turkey in general, but Ankara University especially, to strengthen in some areas of research that would be with interest for the country, and also to build these international collaborations. You mentioned that you have several hubs also in health and narrow related science for therapies and so on. But I think with these programs, it's possible also to extend a little bit more the collaboration and to improve the research performance. The other thing that I wanted to mention is that you mentioned the technology transfer, and there are really good activities, achievements. I think also very, very important is the spin-off companies and spin-off companies, and this is very important to increase the involvement in collaboration programs, because nowadays the EU programs are requesting a lot of collaboration with industry, and having a clear program in relation to the spin-off companies, technology transfer is very, very important to be involved in certain programs that EU is offering. And in the coming FP10, it will be much more emphasized, the collaboration with industry. And this is why it's very, very important to have these connections with different programs to prepare the university for the coming FP10. That is going to be very, very important also for Turkey. And finally, I'd like to emphasize that all this research capability and improvement and reaching excellence, doing better, of course, always as researchers, we are pushing ourselves to improve the performance. I think that it's very, very important to consider aspect related to research, research independency, freedom of research, which allows each single excellent researcher in the university to be active, proactive in research programs. This is quite important because these programs are getting more and more competitive. So it's important to push the young researchers, excellent researchers, to be active in applying to EU programs, to be confident in these programs. And these, of course, need a lot of support. I heard that you have the excellent center office to give the support, but I think a better connection probably with EU programs, or even probably representatives in Brussels that you may have, or in connection to other universities, would be very helpful. Because sometimes as researchers we are missing information, because the EU programs not only for research but also for infrastructures, to build connections with different other universities, are somehow confusing, overlapping. So it's very, very important the support to be given by the specialized office that can inform properly, efficiently the researchers what is going on, how to apply, how to get advantages of different programs, because to avoid losing the opportunities, because Europe is offering a lot of support for countries like Turkey, and in these programs, Ankara University probably can get more advantages. So this is all I wanted to say. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor, for your excellent feedback. Now I would like to give the word to Professor Martin Michael.
Yes. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Martin Michel. I'm a professor of pharmacology in the Johannes Gutenberg University in Mainz in Germany. I have been collaborating with the pharmacy school of Ankara University now for 7 years. And based on that experience is where my comments come from. The first comment is I typically can visit Ankara University once or twice a year, financed by the Erasmus program of the European Union. And I think that is a very, very valuable resource that should be widely applied. We had, in the last 3 years, 3 PhD students from Ankara coming to Mainz for 1 semester, and one of the Mainz students was coming to Ankara, thereby also furthering the internationalization of Ankara University as well as my own university. So my first major recommendation relates to making good use of funds and opportunities being available from the European Union, especially the Erasmus program. This second point is, in my visits to Ankara University, I've found that my colleagues there are highly motivated, well-trained, but the availability of resources especially fundamental resources to even start major research programs, is quite limited. A policy approach in many European universities these days is that a part of the budget is allocated based on past success of research groups, be it on number and quality of publications, be it a number and volume of grant money that was brought in. So many schools in Europe now award bonus money for those who already have shown by bringing in grants and by the number of quality of their publications that they can really put the money to very good use, and that may help to strengthen the areas where already a certain level of excellence is present. Finally, my third point, and that attaches to what the previous advisory board member said, is spin-off companies. In the last 7 years, I work also partly for a European venture capital fund. And I think when Ankara University fosters the generation of spin-off companies and the like, it is extremely important that people are brought in who already have active experience in setting up such companies, obtaining national and international funding from venture capital funds and so forth, because you don't have to repeat mistakes others already made before you. And there's so much experience out there, both locally in Turkey, but also internationally among friends of Ankara University, and making good use of those resources can be very helpful in establishing successful spin-off companies. Finally, it has been a great pleasure working in the last 7 years with the colleagues from Ankara University, and within 7 years we had more than 20 joint publications, and I think that says a lot about the quality that's available at Ankara University. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor. And now I would like to give word to Professor Carrie Franson.
Hello, everybody. I'm Carrie Franson, and I am a professor at the University of Southern California in Los Angeles. And I wanted to comment on trying to look at your clinical trainees, the ones that are destined to work with our patient populations. I think it is important that our graduates have expertise in evidence-based medicine, which we all strive for because that provides great patient care, but also to go beyond that and to develop population-based evidence, which means that these graduates of ours, these clinicians who are going to be working in our communities, have the ability to harness data that their own patient populations are generating. This means they have to have good education in research design on how to answer questions. They have to be able to handle large data sets and so have expertise in data science, as well as starting to harness the digital technologies that are going to become common practice in treating patients in the future. The ways in which we treat patients in the hospital and all the monitoring that goes in to demonstrate that a particular therapy is effective is being transferred to the more outpatient setting in the clinics where patients are being monitored at home. Our clinicians need to be able to harness those data and make decisions about how our patients are improving on therapies. This generates novel information that can be published in a scholarly work, as well as we then can partner with our pharmaceutical industries to provide data sets and to provide patient populations that are so needed for the development of innovative and really life-saving new therapies. So my goal for any institution worldwide is to try and ensure that we're not just training great PhDs and master's students, but our clinical students are able to really harness data and extract meaningful information from it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And Professor Brad Day.
Hi, thank you. My name is Brad Day, and I am a professor and associate vice chancellor for research innovation at the University of Tennessee. I've had about a decades-long partnership with Ankara Universities, and that has since grown into affiliations and partnerships with other universities in Ankara. So my comment relates and really ties into a couple of the previous speakers or a couple of the previous members here on the board and to Carrie's specifically. And, you know, my advice would be, or my recommendation, if you will, would be to focus on themes and teams that align with the strengths and strategic goals of the university. And from that, how those can be applied internationally and really thinking about, you know, the previous questions that have been raised, one around research, that's really just the discovery of fundamental knowledge, to the student aspect and focusing on that. The international experiences is one that offers professional advancement, scientific advancement, but it also too, to touch on what Carrie, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name, Carrie. Okay, it's focusing on that workforce development. It's training the students. What does the research and the workforce of the future look like? You want to prepare the students of Ankara to enter the global workforce. It's not just the workforce in Turkey or in Ankara or in Europe, but it's that global workforce. So getting them the training that helps them understand how we do things here in the United States and how that is both similar and different to what's going on in Turkey or Europe or Asia or wherever it may be. And then the translational aspect, it's the new venture opportunities. But I think above all, the goals of globalization and internationalization of Ankara University really must seamlessly align with your domestic goals, and that more specifically your education, your scholarly activities, the outreach if you have, you know, specific outreach goals. And I think Ankara is a fantastic place. I've been the beneficiary of many professors and students and postdoctoral exchanges with Ankara over the years when I was in my research capacity at Michigan State University. And so I think the goals of globalization really need to align with the research and scholarly goals of the university itself. So I'll stop there and turn it over.
Thank you very much. And now I would like to give word to Professor Önder Ergani. Yes, please, Professor. I guess you are muted.
Yes. Good evening to everyone. Thank you very much, first of all, to nice presentation about Ankara University. I'm really proud of the university that I also did my residency of infectious diseases many years ago in Ankara University. So therefore, it was a great pleasure and joy to listen about the great capacity of Ankara University, how it was expanded up to now. I'm based in Istanbul in Koç University, and I would like to give some ideas or opinion suggestions to do together in national and international level. Ankara University is one of the leading research universities, and I am the director of the Koç University İşbank Center for Infectious Diseases. So we do important public health problems in terms of infectious diseases and trying to bring some solutions or insight to these problems in terms of pragmatical solutions and also the academic products. So I know that Ankara University has a great capacity in terms of the human manpower and the research facilities, as you have presented, many centers and institutions and huge departments. So therefore, for instance, focusing on some certain areas like antimicrobial resistance. This is a public health problem, not only in Turkey, but at the global level, primarily the Southern European areas, and now going to the almost all countries in the world, would be one of the niche areas that we can work together. That will be great, including some education, research education, as some speakers already indicated about the evidence-based medicine, increasing the research capacity, but also directly performing the research and implications for the public health would be the best solution or the best path to go forward. And as one of the old graduates, I will be very happy to be part of it. This was just an example, but we can expand some examples, doing some brainstormings, coming together with the academic people and having the similar climate and environment to solve problems. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Ergen. I would like to also state that we are very proud of with our graduates, who is Professor Ergen is one of our graduates as well. Now I would like to give word to another graduate, Professor Dr. Gökhan Otamışlıgil from Harvard University. Yes, please, Professor.
Well, hello everyone. Yes, I'm Gökhan Otamışlıgil. I'm a graduate of Ankara University Medical School a long time ago. And I'm a professor of genetics and metabolism at Harvard University. And thank you for this presentation. It's really immense amount of information really to digest and then convert into some actionable items, ideas, recommendations. But I guess it's a good place to start. And I was going to ask if, for example, this information piece could be distributed to us so that we can actually continuously look at it and think about it. And then maybe adding some more resolution to the information could be very useful in understanding the current structure. For example, you have 80,000 students, but how many of these are undergrads and grads and doctoral programs would be, I think, very useful. And then in terms of research operations, I would love to see the independent laboratories and their focus areas and the research budget of the university allocated. We know that the resource issue is really, absolutely critical for the impact of research these days around the world. And all universities, including, my own university, is really struggling to balance the competitive funding versus, soft money versus hard money problems. And this actually is really becoming a rate limiting step for critical research operations of every university. So I think it will be very useful really to discuss maybe in the future meetings. Where do we really see, or where does Ankara University would like to see itself in the future, and how we really could formulate the priority areas to fit that mission. What you presented here is an immense amount of activity, and so perhaps identifying some priority areas and then using the limited resources in an enabling manner would be very critical. Otherwise, the research remains incremental, as we see at least in the United States universities in the past decade. So, and then one really critical issue really is the recruitment and retention of research and academic personnel. And as also the case in Turkey and everywhere else, it is becoming extremely challenging to retain academics and then recruit the brilliant minds into the academic world, into the world of science. And I think by continuing to do what we did well in the past 50 years, it's not really helping, even in much older and better established institutions. So it could be good to, I mean, think about some more innovative ways to structure the university, because we know that this university is built with a very grand vision, and it has a lot of muscle and expertise focused on many different areas. And then I really agree with Önder in thinking about, I mean, what are some areas where our local environment provides greater advantages that could be leveraged in collaborations, whether that is academic collaborations or alliances with industry, so that a competitive advantage could be installed into these discussions or relationships. I mean, I can think of many, Önder mentioned, of course, one obvious area is in medicine. And I mean, Turkey continues to present a very interesting landscape for medical practice, medical research, and development. But also, I mean, there are issues like, for example, there's archaeology where there is immense advantages and resources, agriculture, I mean, gastronomy, etc. So that some of these actually could be used as anchors to bring multidisciplinary research groups together, where the anchor could remain rooted locally and strongly. I'm also been traveling and I'm a little bit sick, so I can't talk too much, but let me, I mean, stop here and express my hope that we will gain more information. For me, it's actually very exciting because this is my own university, and I didn't know many of the facts that are presented today. So it's a great, really an exciting learning experience. And then maybe we can formulate something exciting and unique to move this great university forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Mutanıştagin. And we will send all the documents and all the presentations after this meeting. And we will also send, as you mentioned, the independent labs, the research facilities, and the funding opportunities related to all in collaboration with our external advisors. So after this meeting, we will distribute them all. And thank you very much again. And now I would like to give word to Professor Claudio Santi.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. First of all, thank you very much for the invitation and to ask me to be part of this board. I'm really happy and honored. Thank you for the presentation. It's really hard to have a suggestion considering the huge amount of activity that you presented. So I really want to congratulate for the activity and for the organization of activity. I am an organic chemist. I come from Italy, from the University of Perugia, organic and bioorganic chemist. If I can suggest you, so I really appreciate the holistic organization of the structure of research in your university. And if I can suggest is also to try to promote research in not only in a multidisciplinary manner, but in a transdisciplinary manner. So I think that the future of research is strongly based on the application of complexity and system thinking. So Also considering your project in artificial intelligence, I think that you have all the facility and all the possibility to apply in a project that approach research in a holistic manner. This is one suggestion. About the topics, probably it should be interesting to focus something on nanomaterials. Some other colleagues already suggested, but also biomaterials, especially connected to the concept of a circular economy, especially on biomaterials. This could be really interesting. Last point of attention. So a lot of my colleagues underline the connection with the industry. I totally agree that it is very important, especially to attract financial support from European community and from European framework of project. But I strongly suggest you to don't forget basic research. So one very nice manner is the possibility that university can spare some own financial support to maintain the attention of the research group also on basic research. This is important because basic research can assure you the future of research. So not only application, because it should be dangerous for the future. I cannot say nothing about the internationalization. The number of exchange that you presented are very nice. I can inform you that several universities in Europe, especially in Italy, are now developing a bilateral agreement with a specific university. And this is a nice opportunity to enter in project, in local project, and bilateral project, like for, in our case in Italy, for the project with the Minister of International Affairs, that are the project that is going just in this week. So these are only few suggestions, but basically I want to congratulate and thank you again to include me in this board.
Thank you very much for your valuable feedbacks. Now I would like to give word to Francisco de la Fuente, Professor Francisco de la Fuente. I hope I'm pronouncing correctly. Professor, you are muted.
Yes, I think now you can hear me.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here and to listen to such great accomplishments that Ankara University has shown during the years, as you pointed in your presentation. And let me try to be as brief as possible from my point of view. Let me give you a general comment, and then I will give some specific points of view from my side. First of all, when we talk about our internationalization and our effect on science and in technology in general, I think we must, knowing what has happened and with declaration of research assessment, which has been signed by most countries and institutions in at least in the Western world, I think there's a need to stress that honest pioneering science should be approached with the most intensity, and we should get away from this citation and impact factor which is highly bibliometric, but it's not something so real. I think we need to go towards pioneering work. And I'm sure that at Ankara University, you have many excellent scientists and professionals from other fields which are not science, and technologists who have a great potential. And I think the university must identify these members of their community and support them as much as possible in many different ways. And not just look outside, but support these excellent professionals that I'm sure you have. On the other hand, in general, as you see that in industry and in most efforts in life, AI, that means artificial intelligence, is penetrating very rapidly and it's changing everything. So I think we have mentioned about your AI activities. I think they should be intertwined with the other fields that you have within the university, so you can strengthen all the contributions that are made in the different fields of knowledge. And the collaboration with other institutions that you have, like Gazi University and Middle East Technical University, and among others, I think those are very effective, and I think they also make a very strong point. Let me give you also some specific points of view on the fields that I am more or less an expert on. And I would start with one field that you have there. You have an institute on superconductivity, which has a very high visibility because it organizes yearly, every 2 years or every year, a very important, one of the most important meetings in the world in superconductivity and quantum technology. And this is very interesting because it affects energy, it affects medicine because it has to deal with MRI and other machines which are used in medicine for very interesting applications. Also, it is a basic pillar for the development of compact fusion reactors, which are upcoming, and they may be a great solution for energy generation in the near future. And also it affects electric motors, transportation, and quantum technologies in general, devices and computing. So I think this is a field which you have many international connections, and it's one of many probably that you have at Ankara that I would suggest should be supported as much as possible. The other field that I don't know how much you have at Ankara is the laser technology. And laser technology is impressively used in industry, but also in medicine. And so it's as much, you can see as many publications and uses, practical uses in medicine as you can see in industry. Just one of the companies that I know in the laser industry has more than 200,000 lasers working in the world at this moment, and there are many more companies. So you can see how important in industry, in science, and in technology in general, and that includes medicine, laser technology is. So for transformation, for manufacturer, for monitoring, to apply and integrate AI into manufacturing systems, which is the future. And for quantum technologies, I suggest this is a field that could be strengthened, if not already available there. The other field or fields where I think is very important to work towards the future is the environment. And from this, I can say several things. One is the energy efficiency. Second is the greenhouse gas emissions to fight climate change. And the next ones are what deal with toxic substances. That means we have big problems with toxicity. We have nanoplastics. We have toxic substances that are released into the environment in not only in water reservoirs, but also in the air that we breathe them, and we need to mitigate this. And so these environmental technologies, which are very diverse, I think is also another field. And finally, just not regarding only research, but education, I think in our countries, I am from Spain, I am from the Research Council, National Research Council in Spain, but I am at the University of Zaragoza also. I think we could learn something from the Anglo-Saxon countries, which deals with education being much more practical than what we really have, and geared towards people who will be entrepreneurs and who will have the confidence and the support to do new things which are pioneering and have practical or offer practical solutions to real problems, or even new technologies which were not envisioned until then. And I think that's what I have to say for now. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your feedback. Now I would like to give the word to Professor Abdoğan Kantarca.
Thank you, Kaan Hocam. I think one of the...
He's working for the Institute in Harvard University. Yes, please.
Thank you, Kaan Hocam. I think I'm one of the few dentists. I'm with you and the crowd. So first of all, it's an honor and pleasure to be here and also serving Ankara Universities for this great mission. And I congratulate Professor Orhan and the entire team for building such a beautiful team of international collaborators, and I'm proud to be part of them. I'm a Turkish American. I was from Istanbul University, and I'm serving as the professor of dentistry at Forsyth Institute and Harvard University in Boston. I did my postdoc training in Boston University and stayed in Boston after 25 years. So I'm a product of most of the initiatives that Dr. Orhan is actually trying to accomplish here, which is great. And many of the esteemed speakers already mentioned a lot about what needs to be done. And then my research lab is a interdisciplinary lab. Even if I'm a trained dentist, periodontist, our research is heavily on systemic diseases and oral diseases and how they interact with each other as a body as a whole. So this holistic approach can be easily applied to many disciplines in medicine and dentistry, engineering, and lots of physics that we talked about here. So that's the way to go for sure. That's number one. Number two, one of the things that are missing across the world, not only in Turkey, are also specialized institutes for research that are very much accomplished in their own fields of choice, because we try to accomplish everything as Professor Otomishli mentioned before, but maybe it's a good idea just to identify some priority areas that we are very strong, and we can help as a committee, obviously, before we actually jump into the other areas. One of the other points that I want to make, following on Professor Brad Day's point, is that these centers, these priorities should have should be at a global level. So rather than trying to be at the national only or European level, but it has to be making an impact in the universal footprint, because that's where the research research footprint is going to go after all of these investments. I'm not from Ankara University, but Professor Orhan is a very close colleague and friend, and I worked with the dental school there, and I trained a lot of colleagues at Ankara University Dental School. And one thing that I would like to mention, this is not only true for Istanbul, Ankara, or Turkish universities, but many of the universities across the world, is that when we train young colleagues from different parts of the globe in our institutions in Boston, in different parts of the world, and so on and so forth, one of the problems is that this is also true for Brazil, this is also true for Turkey, this is also true for across entire Europe. When they go back to their countries, there is no real good ecosystem that can handle this knowledge or that has this advancement in their own country. So this is something that we will have to work together as an advisory board to use Ankara University maybe as an example at this point, because how are we going to utilize this really well-trained team of young, bright, and smart individuals back in a place like Ankara University? So that's where the tech transfer office, that's where all this research applications are going to be built. First of all, the research rectorship, research deanship will be helping a lot. So these are all steps in the right direction, but also creating a good ecosystem, creating a really support system locally, both financially and ecologically, ecosystem-wise, is going to be extremely important to retain these minds, return these minds, and create a center for excellence in Turkey and Ankara University as well. So with that, I don't want to take too much of anybody's time, but I'd like to congratulate Professor Orhan and his entire team in Ankara University, and very honored to be here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor. And Actually, I would like to also state that we are working on to establish a specialized institute of research, some kind of a center of excellence, in order to establish some kind of an ecosystem related all fields, not just only just on the health, but also stem cell research, cancer research, and also material research lab as well. And soon we're just going to open this Institute of Research. Of course, we would like to get your opinions while establishing this research center, and we would like to shape this institute along with your opinions as well. Once again, I would like to thank to my colleague, and thank you for joining us as well.
My pleasure.
Now I would like to give word to Professor Fabrizio Sacchini.
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to thank you for inviting me to be part of this board. Very interesting, this meeting. And I'm a professor of food engineering, but part of my activity is also in robotics and on the use of artificial intelligence in agriculture. Many issues have already been touched by my colleagues, and I would like to share my experience because my university is strongly involved in internalization as well. And my opinion is that what you need, but this is true for any university, is good faculties, good students, and financial support for fostering young research. And the previous contribution about the possibility to give young researchers a certain amount of money. You know, the ecosystem means also that young researchers should have a certain amount of money to start their research because they don't have yet the experience. Now, on these three points, I would like to share my experience. About good faculties, I know very well the quality of Ankara's university professor. I've been in touch with Professor Erdoğdu since several years. We organized a 5 edition, I think, of a summer school for postdoctoral students. In my departments, starting 15 years ago, we decided to have more strict rules for recruiting, meaning that we ask possible faculties to be in the top 25% at the national level, for example, to be recruited into the department. And for advancement of a career, we also requires for possible candidates to be already to have been principal investigators in several international projects. And this goes into the path of giving money to people that can handle money to help to other young person to grow. And after 10 years, now we are at the first place at the national level, and we are one of the departments with the highest rank in Europe and all over the world in the food science sector. And about students, we had an interesting experience in double degree courses, which what I mean is that it's a course at master or bachelor level. Actually, we have at master level, giving at the same time 2 or 3 different degrees, because part of the course is shared with other universities. For example, we have one with AgroParisTech, Lund University, and Dublin University. So the students can share a certain amount of time in both, in all 4 universities, and in this way they can grow a lot in looking at different approach to research and teaching. And the other thing, the last contribution about how to access international funding, which somehow is another job, at least for me, because it requires a lot of time, a lot of effort, and you need to learn how to write a research proposal, which is not straightforward, because you can be a good researcher, but you could be not so good in writing proposal. And I can share the difference between my university and the University of Bologna. My university is University of Naples. In my university, the office at central level who is working on the topic is composed by 15 persons. In University of Bologna, they have an office of more than 120 persons working on international funding opportunities. What they do is they do scouting on possible application. They contact faculties that could be interested in the application. They can provide also some contact at international level to build up the partnership. And the results of this is that Bologna is getting 5 times the money from the European community respect to my university. So for a professor, I don't know my colleague, but I suppose that teaching or research takes a lot of time. So to have such a support would be great. And number says that this is fundamental to get money. So I don't want to take more time because I think that other colleagues can make interesting observation on TIC. And I thank you again for inviting me to this board.
Thank you very much, Professor. And next, I would like to give word to Professor Helena Rupert.
Thank you. First of all, I would also like to thank for inviting me to be a member of this board. It's really a great honor to be a member. And also congratulations for both presentations and all your achievements. So a lot has been already said. I'm specialist of physical and rehabilitation medicine in Ljubljana University, probably one of the smallest country from Slovenia. And I know that my colleagues who are working in physical and rehabilitation medicine, also in prosthetics, orthotics, they have a lot of international collaborations, maybe not really in research, but they know a lot of people. But rehabilitation medicine in general is really interdisciplinary or transdisciplinary, and we can combine all the knowledge and everything that you have from basic research to pharmacy, environment, nutrition, engineering, developing of different devices. So maybe discuss with my colleague and they can help you to improve it a little further. So thank you once again for inviting and congratulations for all your work.
Thank you very much. And the next, I would like to give word to Professor Gökhan Mutlu.
Good evening. I'm Gökhan Mutlu. I'm a professor of medicine and the chief of the section of pulmonary critical care medicine at the University of Chicago. Like Dr. Kantarci, I'm also Turkish by birth, and I grew up in Turkey, did my medical school training at Istanbul University, Faculty of Medicine, before I moved to the United States, where I did my postdoctoral training. I can talk about what can be done in my field or in medicine in general, but I think since we're talking about what the research areas that Ankara University should invest to further itself in the global arena, I would say I think the first thing to do would be to do more detailed analysis of research activities at Ankara University, at the school, at each school level or faculty level, and even at the departmental level. Maybe do retreats where a SWOT analysis may be generated, maybe with the inclusion of some of the members of the external advisory committee, depending on the field that they're in, and come up with mostly strengths and focusing on the strengths, use the resources available to build on those strengths. And some of the strategic areas can be determined based on the strengths, but also can be influenced by the availability of funds at the national level through TÜBİTAK, or at the international level through European agencies or even NIH. That will be my suggestion. Do a SWOT analysis, determine the strengths, and maybe local strengths, like you talked about rare diseases, and which Actually, Turkey has a lot of rare diseases and publishes on that. And that could be an area of strength locally, which can be further built upon. And when you build a strong program based on your strengths, I think the next step would be to increase collaborations, which will be a natural occurrence, because if you're a strong program, people from other countries will also be interested in collaborating with you. So that will be my suggestion for the next steps.
Thank you very much, Professor Mutlu. And I guess the last speaker from online is Professor Amiran Gashili.
Okay, thank you for invitation, and I am very happy that I am member of this advisor board. We already met 2 weeks ago personally in Ankara, and I am mathematician from Czech Academy of Science, and my collaboration with Ankara University started 12 years ago when a young PhD student from Ankara University arrived in Prague. It was 2012, Jana Aikol, and she is now professor, and she's also presented as member of advisor board personally. And it was joint project also. The supervisor was with Vagib Guliev. He also member of advisor board. It was nice start, and I am very proud that my former PhD student is now professor in Ankara University. But it's after this, my collaboration started with Ankara University, and also another student was postdoc in Prague 4 years ago. Now he's docent in Ankara Yildirim-based university, and still continues my collaboration. It's second visit in Prague, in Ankara this year. And I was in June, July, and recently in October. And okay, my role is mathematics, but not applied. It's pure mathematics, and my suggestion is like role of mathematician is improve intellectual potential of country. Yes, new students, and if you will get more clever, good educated mathematical student, you get used in research, in applied mathematics, applied science, and this one. And more international collaboration. Many students come, like 3 students I already get from Ankara University. And also, if you look, there is Ankara University is top university, but there is some university which is more high level. But if you look to check Ankara University results, like many professors in another universities educated from Ankara University, mostly also Istanbul University, but Istanbul is big capital, not like Ankara. But if you look, mostly Turkish universities, you can find most of professors is educated from Ankara University. And this is also main role of Ankara University to increase intellectual potential of country, especially Turkey, and because these good university students mostly emigrated US and in Europe, and most of Ankara is national university, which is most of educated students stay in Ankara. Also, there is many also, I know many mathematicians, at least because my subject is mathematics, a lot of mathematicians who educated Ankara University, and they are now professors in US and in many other countries. And what is my comments? It will be that increased language, because sometimes in mathematicians, not so high good level of English to collaborate it. But now Ankara University start this English program, and I think it's only second year. As I know, it's the second year and new project. And in my opinion, it will be improves these students, which will be speaking English and more international collaboration. In another case, the Ankara University, at least science faculty, because I am mostly connected with science faculty, is doing well because mathematics is international sciences and a lot of collaborations and this. And I think it will be continued. just I wanted to thanks and continue like this collaboration and improve more, use this Erasmus program to send as possible more students. But to use Erasmus, you need language, yes, mathematics, English language, and I think this English classes, which is just starting running in Ankara University, in my opinion, in few years will be results that will be more students which speak fluently in English, and it will be improved more collaboration. It is all my side, and thank you for invitation. This organized a nice meeting, and I think it will be starting point, and this advisor board working will be get good result, and Ankara University will be one of the top universities in Turkey. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Again, I'd like to thank to all our external advisors for their opinions and feedback. In our last 15 minutes, I would like to give word to our esteemed professors who would like to make comments, who would like to make suggestions from our meeting group. Anyone from our professor would like to make a comment, please come forward, and we're just going to give word to you.
Excuse me, may I talk about some strongness and weakness of the...
Sure, please go ahead. I guess we lost the connection. So if Professor Maria will come back, will be online, we will give the word to her. But again, Professor?
Yes, I'm here. Okay.
Yes.
So first of all, I wish to thank you to give me the pleasure and the honor to be part of this board. And congratulations for the excellent presentation. So I'm honored to be part, and I like to observe with the critical eye, because the nice
I guess we lost the connection again. Maria, can you hear us?
Yes, I'm here. So I said that the excellent could be the 49 research centers are an excellence in the Ankara University, and in general, all the medical part seems strong, very strong. What we like to do to improve, if it's possible, into the university, is the number of students that come from abroad. It could pay attention, because it is interesting if it could increase. And also, I suggest to improve the connection with the territory, because it seems to me that there are not a lot of activities in the territory, for instance, to go to the schools. This could be an activity that could be improved. And also, probably the lessons in English could be more attractive for Erasmus students. I have an Erasmus Accord with your university, and it could be interesting if there are a lot of English lessons. Another idea that I have would be to improve the computer science area. For instance, with a new degree course in data analysis as an interdepartment master degree course between economic area and computer science area. It could be a modern and new master degree. And finally, I think that is in general in the world more useful to pay attention to the agriculture area. So in this sense, I think that there are interesting degree courses and master degree courses, and it's nice that we improve the number of students. Thank you very much again for this opportunity to talk with you.
Thank you very much, Professor. And again, I would like to return to our meeting room. Any closing remarks from our esteemed professors who would like to take like the world? Yes, please. Yes, please, Professor.
Good evening. What a pleasure. My name is Fatih Keskin. I am the Dean of Ankara Üniversitesi Faculty of Communication. Thank you for your time. I have had some notes. Well, many things were explained and our university was introduced in general. I would like to make some personal observations with your permission. First of all, I believe that the best strategy that can be developed in response to the closure of universities after the global pandemic is internationalization. Under the heading of internationalization, I understand the following. Well, promotion, mobility for students, administrators, and university lecturers. I think this is important for establishing a research network. The second, the thematic internationalization in research and teaching. In research, the focus is on international issues, especially global challenges, and also on international cooperation. While in teaching, the focus is primarily on introducing international references and dimension into curriculum. Third, networking with so-called strategic partners. On the one hand, these are probably the universities. And on the other hand, they can also be the non-university research institutions and funding institutions at home and abroad. I think we should benefit more from institutions and companies investing in scientific studies. Expert of our own study programs abroad, a very special, still relatively new field of internationalization with dynamic growth rates, is the expert of one's own study programs to other countries. Meeting of undergraduates or graduate programs may bring international publications and possible projects to the agenda. I think we can start with the effects of global problems on local or regional geographies, or the public, or establishment of centers that will serve the public and private sectors. Again, it was a pleasure to be here and to meet you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your valuable comments. We will soon finish within 10 minutes at 10. So the final remarks from the meeting room. Any of our professors would like to take the word? Yes, please. Sorry.
Thank you. Maybe in order to enhance the international collaborations, we need to look for the thematic titles that are supported by the European Union fundings. So agrigenomics and bioinformatics is highly funded by the European Union from the point of view of Green Deal and biodiversity laws. So determination of this kind of thematic titles and maybe supporting doctoral programs, PhD programs, and postdoctoral researches for this kind of projects will enable us to enter into European Union-based funding projects that we can collaborate, we can lead or collaborate. So determination of the main titles is an important issue, and also giving more support, postdoctoral research programs in our university could be a key factor for enhancing projects. Maybe we should keep this in mind. So,
so having said all the words from our external advisors and also the professors from the meeting room, so I would like to give the final word to our president in order to forward the closing remarks by us.
Thank you. Dear individual participants, I would like to thank each and everyone. I hope that all those cooperation. I wish you this thank you. By the way, we would like to host you in Turkey next summer. Thank you. Good evening.
Thank you very much, and have a very lovely day, evening, or night. And see you in the upcoming future. Thank you very much.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.